Hello there, everybody, and welcome to another video. We're about to watch a blue belt defeat a black belt in jiu-jitsu, in a jiu-jitsu competition. So yeah, I seen this while just randomly scrolling, and I was like, very
I'm just a
interesting
blue
video.
belt, but I decided to challenge myself by entering the expert division. But there was no one in my weight class, so I got moved up and had to face purple, brown, and black belts that outweighed me. My first match is against a jacked purple belt. The match just started, but my opponent is already trying to finish it fast with a leg lock.
Damn.
He kicks me in the armpit, but my knee is free, so I start trying to come on top. He pushes me away, and for some reason, I decide to go for the flashiest armbar possible. But he just rips out of it. This is definitely what I deserve after going for that. I can tell at this point that he's just trying to leg lock me. So as he comes up, I lock up a shoulder crunch, then use it to sweep him over into mount. When doing the shoulder crunch, I like to push my elbow into their neck to help guide them over.
That was clean. That was clean. Gotta make sure I'm recording.
I made a full guide on how to do this sweep, which I put in the link down below. I was in a good spot. That is, until my opponent pushes my ankle away, brings his knee inside, and starts going for a leg lock. This is where he wanted to be the whole match. I start trying to get my foot inside. I'm able to open up his legs, swat his arm away, and get up on top. But my opponent does not want to stay down, so I start getting pretty aggressive.
Only at Vanguard, you're more than just an investor. You're an owner. That means that your goals are ours too.
I thought it was that land ownership thingy.
But it's for nothing, because he's still able to get up. I sit back down, but then this happens.
Danny is awfully close.
I take a knee right to the eye, but I just have to shake it off and keep going. As he comes forward, I enter into a leg lock of my own. But he does a good job defending his right leg, so I push him away and switch to his left leg. I throw my leg over, grab his heel, and pull it across to get the tap with the heel hook. With that match won, it was time for my next match against Sebastian, a really flexible brown belt. He starts off the match with some crazy footwork, but I'm able to get him into my butterfly half guard. Then I hit an arm drag and push him down to get on top.
Bro, if at this point, if you're beating them, why aren't you just like that belt? Like, I'm like, at this point, if you're beating a black belt or a purple belt, why aren't you a purple belt or a black belt?
I start smashing down. He brings his leg over, then starts going for a normal plata. I try getting my head in to avoid the shoulder lock, but he's too flexible.
Pull your arm out!
However, the weakness of the omoplata is that there's not much stopping me from rolling with the pressure, so I start to roll. But Sebastian notices this and has a counter ready. He backsteps and looks for a triangle. This was not going well for me, but luckily I'm able to get my knee inside and start looking for a leg lock. I kick him forward. Then, as he turns, I grab a heel hook. Would I be able to get 2 heel hook finishes in a row? Well, no. But I am able to get on top.
Oh, yeah? Oh, no.
I show him that he's not the only one who can move his legs around in a fancy way. I grab his leg and he turns away, so I start smashing down. But he grabs an overhook on my arm. I'm afraid that this could turn into the same situation that happened before, so I had to be careful. I get around his hook, but he still has a knee inside. So I switch my hips and go knee on belly, but he turns away, so I start looking to take his back. I bring my leg across his hip, then grab his wrist to start taking his back. I'm so close to getting it right now, but my positioning is off. So I come up and bring my knee behind his back to take him over to the other side. Then I bring my other leg in as a hook, and I get 4 points for taking the back. I was up on points now, and I just had to get the submission. I stay here for a little bit looking for the choke, but he's able to roll out and escape. This is my face when I think about how even if I win this back and forth match, I'm still going to have to go against a black belt in the next one. But I have to forget about that and focus on the match when we reset. He throws his arm through, then goes to deep half guard. He uses this to get on top, but I grab around his neck and start going for a guillotine. He spins out, but I'm able to get on top. I could tell by his breathing that he was getting tired, so I start picking up the pace. I get onto his back again, but he has some great escapes.
Yes, Josh!
His friend.
Choke! Choke!
Now I'm feeling some deja vu because we end up in deep half guard once again, and he uses it to get on top. He pressures down into me, so I grab a collar tie and use it to sweep him over with a butterfly sweep. But he gets up before I can and starts running at me, so I quickly invert. Then shortly after, the match ends.
Yes, brother. Good job.
With me as the winner by points. Now it's time for me to face Louis, a 170-pound black belt that puts on some heavy pressure.
Damn.
I sit to guard, then I connect my shin to his shin and start sliding under him. I'm really looking for that shoulder crunch, but Louis is like, nah, take this can opener. But I'm able to take advantage of his collar tie by lifting him up and grabbing a pinch headlock. But Louis does a really good defense. He brings his legs up and drives into my neck. This felt like a stalemate. He couldn't really escape from here, so it was also really hard for me to sweep him. So I start trying to off-balance him with my hooks. I lock up a shoulder crunch, but he starts putting even more pressure on my upper body. I was getting tired, and I really didn't know what to do. That is, until I remembered the words of John Danaher.
I don't care where you are, but I don't care where he is. The one part of the body which is always exposed.
The balls?
His legs.
Oh.
And that's what I do. I push on his armpits and enter into single leg X. I knew this match was going to be a grind. So if I could get the 2 points for coming on top here...
And also, if you're a black belt and you lose into a blue belt, what does that say?
I'd be in a good spot. But Louis gets an underhook on my leg, then starts smashing down.
No!
And before I knew it, we end up in the same position again. I feel like the sweep really isn't happening from here, so I put him in close guard. But in retrospect, that was definitely a mistake. He brings his arm around my head and starts pulling me in. Let me tell you guys something. This sucked. My back was already bothering me before this match, and now I was just questioning why I decided to make jiu-jitsu my career. This was one of those weird positions I've never been in before, and I had to figure out a way to escape it. I started trying to get my hand in front of his face, but I realized that if I do that, he could go for an Americana, so I decided against it. I unlock my legs and start looking to take his back. So Louis brings his arm around to stop me. I was no longer getting crunched up into a ball, and I could go back to...
Yeah, I was no longer getting crunched up into a ball.
Try going for his scissor sweep, but nope, does not work. The pressure was
Bro
getting
is
more
just
intense.
watching. The ref is just watching.
Louis steps over my leg.
Watching him struggle.
It looked like I was
with
gonna
the
get
little
passed.
life he has left.
My arm was trapped. My spine was bent in a way it's not supposed to be, and all I had was this little barfly hook. But he steps over that. It looked like it was over until I bring my knee inside. I swing my hips to get him away from me.
Ooh.
Time was running out, and if I didn't act fast, he'd win the match. He stands up, so I grab both his ankles and hit a single leg X sweep. I was now up by 2.
Nice counter.
But if he swept me back, he'd likely win the match. To secure the win, I had to pass his guard. But Louis is not making it easy for me. He keeps pulling down on my head and trying to get his foot inside, but the connection between my knee and my elbow stops him. I wasn't sure which pass to go for, but then I hear my corner. He turtles to defend, and as I take my leg out, he rolls, but I follow him, and we roll into the table. I start getting on top. I grab a crossface and pass his guard. Now there's only 20 seconds left, and I was up by 5. I just have to control him for these last 20 seconds. And that's how I won the Expert Division at Grappling Industries. Thanks to Louis for the match. I think he originally signed up for the Masters Division, but we ended up getting merged together. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to subscribe, and go to the link down below to learn how to do the shoulder crunch. Also, I know some people are going to say that I should have been promoted already, but I've only been a blue belt for 2 years, which is a normal amount of time.
You made a blue belt for 2 years before. Okay, that answered my question. I was like, bro, why is he blue belt if he's out here being black belts and like other belts? Right? I'll be like, bro, I really lost to a blue belt. And I'd be sad for me. We might watch some more. Hold on. You got any recently? Oh, he could go to purple belt. Okay, then. That's a separate video. Like, subscribe. See you guys later. Hope you have a good day and night. And bye.